Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield versus Shakur Stevenson. Knuckleheads, there are rumors going around saying that this fight is probably going to happen on the 22nd of February. In fact, it looks like Schofield's team, I believe his father, has indicated that they've already accepted their percentage regarding the terms for a contract for a fight against Shakur Stevenson on the 22nd of February. So it looks like this fight's being made. I've also seen Eddie Hearn recently online saying he's offered a good amount of money for this fight. And what I'm really excited about, Knuckleheads, is besides this fight getting made, the date, February 22nd. Does that mean this thing is going to be on the Riyadh season card that we were discussing yesterday with, Dubois and Parker and everybody else on it? It would be an absolutely epic card if they could also add this Schofield versus Shakur Stevenson fight. And look, a lot of people are looking at this fight and they're already writing Schofield off. They're saying, he doesn't have the same amount of experience, which is correct. He doesn't have the Olympic, sort of pedigree, which is correct. But what Schofield does have, Knuckleheads, is he has the balls and the wills to get in there and throw down, as we saw in his recent fight against Hiron. Yeah, sure, he was dropped in that fight. But, if you swim, you get wet. And if you throw punches, there's a chance you're going to get hit back. And that's a good opponent for a guy like Shakur Stevenson, who is so hyper-conservative. You need a guy who's willing to kind of throw caution to the wind and go after it the way Schofield did against Hiron. I mean, let's make no mistake, he dominated that fight, was completely winning that fight, didn't really have to go after Hiron like that. The fact that he did shows his willingness to engage. Also, he's young. He's 5 years younger than Shakur Stevenson, just 22 years old. He's undefeated. He's got a higher knockout percentage, right? I'm not saying he's going to beat Shakur, but I'm saying he can give him a bit of a run for his money. And what really entices me about this fight is the fact that they've actually sparred in the past. These were sparring partners. Shakur called on Schofield to spar with him before his first professional fight. It looks like he brought him back a few times, according, to what his father is saying. Also, Schofield's father believes that his son is the better boxer. Of course, he's going to say that, but he's putting it out there. He believes his son is the better boxer, and he believes his son is built to beat a guy like Shakur Stevenson. So, I think when you have that bit of history there, when you have that willingness to engage, when you have that youth, still that belief, that delusional belief that Schofield may have, being just 22 years old and undefeated with a higher knockout percentage than Shakur Stevenson, it could make for a good fight, and it's not the ideal lightweight matchup, but at the end of the day, it's still a good fight, and I think both guys are going to get paid handsomely if this fight happens. Now, if you ask me who I think wins this fight, of course, I'm going to lean towards Shakur. I believe he's probably going to be, too skilled on the night and too conservative, but you do want to see him against a guy who's a bit more reckless, a bit more willing to throw caution to the wind and really go after him and force him to fight. And that could be what Schofield is. And perhaps he also has enough boxing pedigree and technique to, box Shakur when he needs to. So, I don't think it's a bad fight. I think you got to give the kid a shot. There ain't nothing wrong with him stepping up and losing. There's nothing wrong with losing anymore, right? That's a thing of the past in boxing that's slowly going away. It used to be a situation where if you lose once, your career is over. Now guys are more willing to take risks, and we have to appreciate guys willing to take those risks instead of, kind of blaming their management and yelling at them for taking risks. So I love the fight, and I hope it's on this Riyadh season card. Guys, tell me what you think about this fight in the comment section below. Who do you think wins this fight? After you do that, be sure to subscribe, like the channel, and join to help me continue to grow. Also, feel free to get your Fighters Rep merchandise in the link below to help support me. I'm going to be dropping video content for you guys just about daily, and we're going to be going live every Monday with Ignorant Behavior, as we usually do. And after all the big boxing fights, we're going to be covering a lot of boxing, even giving you our opinions on just random topics as it relates to sports. So tune in. Subscribe. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say.